The phrase, the best camera you have is the one you have in the pocket, has never been so true. It's absolutely crazy. So I've had the iPhone 14 Pro Max now for a couple of days, and I wanted to share with you my top 5 features which I think makes this worth the upgrade this year. So this year was probably the only time I've been like slightly impressed with the keynotes. Sometimes you're a little bit disappointed with the Apple announcements, but they've made some really interesting changes this year to the iPhone Pro lineup, which I think absolutely make this a worthwhile upgrade. I'm going to tell you my top 5 features so far from real life use of using this iPhone 14 Pro Max now for just a couple of days. A few of these features are software features, a few of them are hardware, but the first one is the active mode on the camera. Unbelievable. Now all these phone gimbal companies are in trouble because this is like having a phone gimbal on your camera on your phone. It is so good. Literally, a few of these shots I'll show in a minute, I'm moving the camera like this while I'm filming, and the camera is doing a really good job at keeping it steady. A lot like if you were using a phone gimbal. I think phone gimbals are a thing of the past. The stabilization on cameras such as the iPhone 14 Pro Max now, stuff like the Insta360 One RS, the GoPro 11, stabilization is just killer. So there's just no way that phone gimbals can last for much longer. The software is doing the job for you. It's an unbelievable feature and is one of the things what I think is worth the upgrade from the 13 Pro to the 14 Pro Max this year. Number 2 is a dynamic island. Now, it's a bit of a weird name. I don't know why they went for dynamic island, but it does a dynamic job and it really does improve the usability of the phone and the user experience of using the phone on a daily basis. For instance, when you do the FaceTime, it opens like drops down a square, a bigger square, so it feels like your face is being recognized more than it is, if that makes sense. When you use other apps like YouTube, it pops up with the waveforms that you can hear the actual video speaking. You can press it to go back to the video. When you take a phone call, it drops down, expands, and you can accept the phone call from the dynamic island or refuse it, or you can press the actual dynamic island to go to the phone call screen. There's just a load of different use case scenarios for this, but it does really help and makes a difference, and it sort of just seamlessly works with the iOS 16 this year. It's kind of a software stroke hardware update, but it's just so easy to use and it feels very intuitive, and it's not like something you have to get used to. You start using your phone, you're like, oh, I can press that to go to the dynamic island through different apps and different applications. It's so easy and really seamless. I really like it. Number 3 is the always on display. Now, I do like this. Some of you may not, but I really do like it. So it darkens down when you lock the phone. You can press it just to relighten it a little bit so you can see a bit more of the screen, and then we can open the phone like so and go to the main screen. So when you lock it, it locks it, it dims it down, but you can still see the information on the home screen. Now you can of course customize the different widgets you have on there, so being able to just look at the phone and look at the time and the different battery percentages maybe and the widgets without having to tap your phone to wake the screen up does make a big difference to my daily usage anyway, and it's a lot better user experience as far as I'm concerned. The way I use my phone, some people might not like it, but I really do like the always on display. So that is my 3rd upgrade feature that makes it worthwhile this year. Number 4 is a software one, but having the battery percentage now on iOS 16, that's cool. I do like that. We've got 65% on the battery now, you can see it top corner, and just having that number makes all the difference. You don't have to swipe down for the right of the screen to find out your battery percentage anymore. It's there so you can see it, you can keep an eye on it, and having that number sort of just keeps you alert to the fact that your battery might be draining. Sometimes if it's on a quarter and you're just looking at the animation, it might not be so apparent to you how low your battery is. Having that number there does help. It does make a difference. A lot of people have been asking for it over the last few years. Finally it's arrived in iOS 16. I really do like that feature. Number 5, these cameras are phenomenal. 48 megapixels. Now, I've mentioned the active mode in video, but for photos, this is, I know it's an overused phrase, but these are the best cameras in any iPhone ever. They're really good. You've got the improved zoom. You can go 3 times now with the telephoto zoom. The wide is still good, and the photos you get out of it are pin sharp. Notable mention to the selfie camera, notably improved. This is a selfie shot I put on the screen of me yesterday. Pin sharp, beautiful selfie camera, brilliant for FaceTime videos now. That's been improved as well. But the back camera, 48 megapixels, it's just amazing. You've got ProRes, of course, as well, to take photos that you can edit in post-production if you want to. It's just brilliant. It really is the best camera on any smartphone you can buy on the market today, I would suggest. I'm a little bit biased because I'm an Apple iPhone fan, but it's just the best camera I've ever used. And to have this in your pocket, the phrase, the best camera you have is the one you have in the pocket, has never been so true. It's absolutely crazy. So that's my top 5 features, and I think makes this phone a worthwhile upgrade this year. There are other features that I'm covering in future videos, so if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We've got lots of content, not only on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but on other tech every single week. So make sure you stay tuned, press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We've also got a bunch of cases that you might be interested in to protect your iPhone, so we're going to be doing videos on that as well soon, so stay tuned. That's it for this one, the iPhone 14 Pro Max. It is the best iPhone ever. I know it's a bit cheesy, but it definitely is, as far as my experiences over the last few days. Anyway, okay guys, that's it for this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.